Hey everybody, let's get into our Molly. Chapter 2, A Winning Spirit, called Hula Dancers. We left off, Molly wants to be Cinderella for Halloween. So let's get into Hula Dancers. The next morning dawned, all golden blue and windy. This is the perfect Halloween weather, Molly thought as she woke up. At breakfast, Miss Guilford didn't say anything about the turnips, but she made French toast, which was a sign that all was forgiven. It was Thursday, and Molly's friends, Linda and Susan, were coming home with her after school. They were going to plan their Halloween costumes. They had made a secret pact not to discuss their ideas until they got to Molly's house. Someone might copy us if they heard our idea, said Molly. Linda and Susan agreed. Besides, it was fun to have a secret pact. It was sort of like being soldiers and keeping battle plans away from the enemy spies. As they walked home after school, they met Allison Hargate, who was one of their classmates. She asked, "What are you three going to be for Halloween?" "We can't tell," said Molly. "It's a surprise." "Oh," said Allison. Linda said, "But it's great. It's really a great idea." Susan chimed in, "Yes, it's wonderful. We're going to have the best Halloween costumes ever." Allison looked impressed. Molly was a little worried. The girls hadn't even agreed on what they were going to be. The mystery was making their costumes get a lot of attention. They were really going to have to make good costumes, or everyone would tease them. "What are you going to be, Allison?" Molly asked. "Oh, probably an angel," said Allison. "My mother said I could wear her white satin dressing gown, and she's already made me some gold wings and a halo." Molly, Linda, and Susan were suddenly very quiet. Molly was jealous. She was sorry she had even asked Allison. An angel? What a great idea! Allison was sure to look wonderful with a halo over her golden hair. It was hard to have Allison as a friend. Allison was an only child, and her parents were rich and gave her everything that anyone could want. Allison didn't mean to brag about the things she had, but just by telling the truth, she managed to make everyone resent her. "My mother doesn't even have a dressing gown, much less a white satin one," said Linda glumly. "All she has is a brown terry cloth robe." "I know. She'd never even let me wear that." "Well," said Molly to Allison, "all I can tell you is that our idea is much more original than an angel." "Yeah, I know an angel is kind of boring," Allison said quickly. "It was my mother's idea. She made the wings and all." "Well, see you later, Allison," said Molly as she and Linda and Susan hurried away. It made them uncomfortable when Allison started being so nice. When the girls got to Molly's house, they went into the kitchen for a snack. "Hello, Miss Guilford," they said together. "Hello, girls," answered Miss Guilford. "There are some apples in the bowl on the table. Help yourself. But take your apple outside, please. It's too nice of a day to be cooped up in the house." "Thank you, Miss Guilford," the girl said as they went to sit on the back steps in the sunshine. Ricky was out back too, shooting baskets at the hoop on the side of the garage. He was trying to set a world record for making the most baskets without missing. As the girls munched their apples, Susan said, "Gee, I think an angel is a good idea. Why don't we be angels too?" "Absolutely not," said Molly. "Do you want Allison to think we stole her idea?" "Allison wouldn't mind," said Susan. "I know," said Molly, "but I would mind. We think of something just as good. We can think of something just as good." "Like what?" asked Linda. "Well," replied Molly slowly, as if she had just thought of it for the very first time. "How about Cinderella and the two stepsisters?" "Oh," said Susan. "Cinderella." "Who gets to be Cinderella?" said Linda. "We don't have to decide that right away," said Molly. Let's wait and see who has the best ball dress, and that's the one who will be Cinderella." The other two will be stepsisters. I don't think it's fair, Linda stated. Who wants to be an ugly stepsister? You're all ugly step-sitters today, teased Ricky. Get it? Cut it out, Ricky, said Molly. Ricky went back to shooting baskets. I think it's a good idea, said Susan. My sister Gloria just gave me an old prom dress of hers. It's sort of green with a big petticoat and shiny gold threads at the bottom of the skirt. I'll wear that. Sort of green? Ricky mocked. Lima bean green is what you mean. Ricky, go away, said Molly. But she was thinking that Susan's dress sounded perfect for Cinderella, and it was two very big adventures. I'm sorry. And it had two very big advantages over Molly's floaty pink dress with the white Angora top. Susan's dress really existed, and Susan already had it. Being an ugly stepsister was not at all what Molly had in mind. Wait a minute, she said. Maybe Linda's right. Maybe it's not fair. Maybe we should all be exactly the same thing, like the Three Musketeers. You'd be perfect as the Three Little Pigs, said Ricky. Or you could be the Three Bears. How about the Three Stooges? Or the Three Kings of Ornate? He began to sing in a loud, teasing voice. We three kings of Orient are tired to smoke a rubber cigar. It was loaded, it exploded. Stop it! Yelled Molly. And suddenly Ricky did stop. His face turned red. He bounced the basketball under his legs, then behind his back. He leaned casually against the garage and twirled the ball on top of one finger. The girls turned around to see who was showing off for. It wasn't Miss Guilford or even Miss McIntyre. Nobody was there except Jill and her new best friend, Dolores. They were walking up the driveway carrying their school books. Dolores was wearing a bright blue sweater, just the color of her eyes. She had a wide, white smile, like a movie star in a toothpaste ad. She stopped and flashed her smile at Ricky. Hi, Rich, she said. Rich, snorted Molly lightly. Ricky had been telling everybody to call him Rich because it sounded more like a soldier's name than Ricky did. Hi, Dolores, he squeaked in a very odd voice. He turned quickly, jumped, and sent the basketball swishing through the basket just as Dolores went in the door. Molly, Linda, and Susan looked at one another and dissolved into giggles. It was crystal clear to them that Ricky's problem was Ricky Rich had a crush on Dolores. The three girls started to chant, Ricky and Dolores up in the tree, Kissing. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes Ricky with a baby carriage. Ricky threw the basketball at the girls, but they hopped up and out of the way. Then they started making loud, slurpy, kissy sounds. Ricky has a crush, they chanted. Ricky loves Dolores. Hi, Dolores, Molly squeaked, imitating Ricky. She pretended to kiss the basketball. Linda and Susan shrieked. Ricky jumped on his bike as he sped past the girls. He called, You'll be sorry. You'll pay for this. The girls just giggled until they ran out of breath and their stomachs hurt. Finally, they got serious again and went back to the question of what to be for Halloween. We could be princesses of England, suggested Linda. But there were only two of them, Elizabeth and Margaret Rose. One of us would have to be their mother. How about being nurses, said Susan. We could all wear capes. That's what we did last year, Linda and Molly said together. They considered being acrobats, three Alices in Wonderland, ice skating stars like Sonia Han, or the three blind mice. No one could get very excited about being a blind mouse. And anyway, Miss McIntyre overheard them and said she absolutely did not have time to make a mouse costume for Molly. And besides, added Miss McIntyre, in wartime, I don't think it's right to use good materials for Halloween costumes. Molly, Linda, and Susan groaned. They knew Miss McIntyre was right. But I've got another idea, said Miss McIntyre. I'll show you girls how to make grass skirts out of newspaper and crepe paper. Then you can be hula dancers. Well, replied Susan, My sister Gloria taught me how to make flowers out of crepe paper, just like they did to decorate for the prom. We could string them together to make flower necklaces and headdresses. I think my father has an old ukulele, said Linda. It doesn't have any strings, but it will look good. It's too bad it's too cold, because I know my mother will make me wear socks and shoes and a sweater on top, said Susan. But at least the flower necklace will hide most of the sweater. So the girls decided to be Hawaiian hula dancers for Halloween. Soon after that, the streetlights went on, which meant Linda and Susan had to go home. They agreed to meet back at Molly's house after school the next afternoon to make their costumes. Then they would all go trick or treating together. Afterwards, Linda and Susan would spend the night at Molly's so they could talk about how wonderful their Halloween had been. By the time she went inside to supper, Molly had completely forgotten Ricky's threat to make them all sorry, so she was too busy practicing the hula. So that's chapter 2. And just, uh, I remember having to be in when the streetlights came on when I was a little girl. The fact that they make their Halloween costumes, they didn't buy them. I still like to make Halloween costumes. But I did want to give you guys, I have a teeny little Dollar Tree haul I wanted to add here at the end. I'm so happy you guys are joining me on on Molly's story, because I said I've never read it, so it's kind of nice that we're learning about Molly together. Um, like I said, I have a tiny Dollar Tree haul I'm going to do really quick here. I got some tissue paper, which I'll probably end up using for my Christmas journal. It's got the little peppermint paper here and the kind of, the farm trees, Christmas tree lot look. And then I love these stockings in the bigger size, but I was like, Michelle, you don't need them in the bigger size, because next year they'll have something new and you'll want that. And so don't go buying a bunch of stuff right now. But I did find them in the smaller size. They're coming up red, but they are more of a cranberry. And they did have them in black stripes too. But I'm going to use these for my journal, for my December journal. Put them in there. I did find these 3 bags, and I like having them. They have a 70s look to them, all 3 of them in the colors. You got the yellow, it's more of a mustard yellow, the orange, and I call it the avocado green. These are great, one, to organize your purse, organize your diaper bag. If you have a white elephant at work, a dirty Santa, whatever you guys may call it. A teacher, if you have to give a teacher gift, this is great for teachers too, because you can put it in here. I know Sabrina's teachers have been asking for expo markers. You put expo markers in it. You could put gift cards in these. This is just a great little last minute gift. And these I found at my register. I'm going to show you the inside. They have they are not flimsy at all, which I liked about them. And they have a great zipper. The zipper is a really nice zipper. The inside is all cloth here. When Sabrina was a baby, I didn't have a traditional diaper bag. I had like a tote bag basically, and I had tons of cosmetic bags. One had like the wipes in it, one had pacifiers in it, one had washcloths, one had shampoo, just in case we had an issue and we had to take a bath in the sink at a restaurant or something. Anyways, I always organize mine. Even my purse. My purse, because I just will have like a big purse, and my big purse is all. I like to keep bags like this. One normally will have my lip glosses, things like that, and then one might have my face mask in it, and one might have, just little things. I'm also thinking, you could put, if you know someone who likes Ulta, this would be great too. A great stocking stuffer. This with an Ulta gift card or a Sephora gift card, or whatever maybe makeup cosmetic store you have. I know we also have a Norman. Oh, I can't think of it now. We have another makeup store here in town, and I can't think of it. Or even Sally's Beauty Supply. That would be a great little. Maybe your hairstylist, you like to give them something, and get them a gift card to Sally's Beauty so they can get some of the things they might need. A teenager, Sally's Beauty's hair dye, they or whatever. But that's a good one. A gift card to Sally Beauty, and get like one of these little bags. These are really nice. even for like I said, a teacher, if you have a teacher store in town, maybe getting a gift card to the store, a gift card to Michael's. I know teachers would love something like that. Gift card to Hobby Lobby. This is really great, especially if you have a crafter. Because I like using my craft room too. I'll keep my scissors in one, my pencils in one, stuff like that. If you're a scrapbooker and you go, I don't even know if they do scrapbooking days anymore. Grab it, take it, go. So guys, that is um my video for today. So, like, subscribe. Again, guys, thank you so much for everything, all your support. I'm so happy to hear that you guys are enjoying the stories with me. Even had somebody pull out their Molly book and go read a few chapters ahead of us. So I'm so excited. I think I'm going to keep this going on even after the holidays and just do like a story time with me type thing. So we'll just keep going on because you guys know me. I got a ton of American Girl doll books, so we're gonna keep going. Even if I don't even have the doll, I've got the book. So guys, be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Like, subscribe. We last time I looked, we were at 351. So excited. So excited. We can do it. We can do it. We can get to that 400. Let's do it. Let's do it together. Bye, guys. We will see you on the flip side and have a happy day. Bye bye.